Greetings. Welcome to EDTV News Channel, the People's Channel. In this report, we have a few stories for talk about. Coming out of the parish of St. Andrew, Hanover, Manchester, and St. Anne's. Stay tuned for the full reports. Blessings to all subscribers and viewers. If you're here for the first time, you can support the channel by like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. So people, we'll start off in the parish of St. Andrew, Arnett Garden, where the Dan for the area, known as Ichipang, was shot and taken out by gunmen in his community because he man move Shaky. So we'll get into the report. A man who residents say is a Dan from Top Jungle in Arnett Garden, St. Andrew, was shot and taken out by gunmen in the community yesterday evening. The man, identified as Damani Taylor, otherwise known as Ichipang, was shot and taken out in a section of the community known as Bakawan. Police have confirmed the incident, but up to publication time, were still on the scene conducting investigations. However, several residents told the news media that the Dan was marked for a dropout after he started moving Shaky. According to residents, Ichipang had been making some questionable decisions in the community and had been disrespecting community elders who were well-respected figures in the community. Things came to a head earlier this week when he ordered the beating of one of those community elders, the residents claim. This was reported the final nail in his coffin as his own men decided to take him out the residents' share. Arnett Garden had been unstable up until a few months ago, but residents were adamant that there would be no fallout from the dropout of Ichipang and guaranteed that there was no war in the community and none will erupt because of Shaky Ichipang. Now, people, there is a curfew in the area in Arnett Garden, but residents tell the police themselves to worry them head because there will be no reprisal for Ichipang because him was moving Shaky. That's why him drop out. Now, people, we'll move to Hanover, where two men were shot and taken out. So we'll get into the police report. The police are investigating the circumstances surrounding a major shooting incident in Hanover last night that left two persons drop out and several others injured. The news media was reliably informed that the incident took place about 10:30 at a bar in Arton Court area. According to sources, armed men entered the establishment and robbed patrons of money and bank cards. Before leaving the establishment, they reportedly opened gunfire. It's understood that one of the deceased is a construction worker, aged 26. The news media center was also informed that while the armed men were leaving the bar, they came upon a man who was riding his bicycle in the square and shot him several times. Sources told us that he dropped out on the spot. Now, people, will move to Manchester, where two men were shot and taken out in armed robbery. So we'll get into the latest report. Two men were shot and taken out in separate armed robbery incidents in Manchester Friday night. Police named the deceased men as Dwayne Carter, 36, a construction worker of Job Lane, Christiana, and Tafari Barrett, 33, a farmer of Huddersfield District near Christiana. In the first incident, about 10 o'clock, Carter was among patrons at a nightclub in Savoy District near Christiana when 5 gunmen held up the club and robbed people of cash, cell phones, and liquor. A bag was demanded from Carter. He resisted and was shot in the head area. Police said a female was taken by one of the gunmen outside the nightclub and sexually assaulted. In the second incident, in Huddersfield, about 10:30 p.m., Barrett was among patrons at a bar when two men, one armed with a handgun, entered and robbed patrons. Police said after the men robbed Barrett of his phone, he ran and was shot in the back of the head area. Since Monday, Manchester has recorded 5 dropouts nightly, with 5 people being dropped out up to Friday. Now, people, I want to understand this clearly. When a man point a gun on you and tell yourself to hand over this, whether chain, bag, money, cell phone, whatever them want, just give them and make them get out of your space, because money can't buy life, people. You will live to see another day. Don't resist a gunman when him point a gun on you. You know what I'm saying, people? Trust me. Because them gunman, them not play. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to squeeze a trigger. You know what I'm saying? Just like how it's easy to hand over your chain, your bag, money, cell phone, or whatever them want. Don't resist, people. You know what I'm saying? Just comply with the gunman. Give him when he want and make him live out of your space. You see me? Now, people, will move on. This time in St. Anne's, where we say a JDF soldier dropped out in a 3-vehicle collision. So we'll get into the report. Tributes continue to flow after a Jamaica Defense Force JDF soldier dropped out from injuries he sustained in a 3-vehicle bang-up along the Richmond Main Road in St. Anne's on Friday. The deceased is 24-year-old Private Siobhan Allen of Standfast in Brownstown, St. Anne. Police report are that about 9:35 p.m., Allen was driving his Toyota Fielder motor car along the Richmond Main Road heading towards Priory. On reaching the vicinity of Plantation Smoke House Restaurant, the soldier vehicle and a Toyota Axiom motor car, which were heading in the same direction, collided with a motor truck laden with cement that was being driven in the opposite direction. All 3 drivers were taken to the hospital, where Allen succumbed to his injuries, and the other 2 drivers were admitted in stable condition. The JDF, in a statement on Saturday afternoon, expressed sadness at Allen's passing and offered condolences to his family, friends, and other loved ones. Very sad story, people. Condolences goes out to Allen's family. Please leave your comments down below and tell me what you think. One aim, one God, one destiny. Walk good, talk good, live good. Blessings.